Here we go. First game of the new league season in Serie A, and we are going to see whether the team that got us unbeaten to promotion last season is any good in this league, because we still haven't had the ability to buy any players other than a new goalkeeper. Hopefully that's enough. Hello there, and welcome to Season 2, Episode 2 of Let's Go Parma. I'm Stubo. Thank you so much for joining me in today's episode, where we are going to be starting the Serie A season, as I said before, with pretty much the same team that we started with last year. That sounds like a great plan to you. You're probably a madman, but please do leave a like on the video and consider subscribing to the channel as well for more Football Manager awesomeness. Since you were last with me, nothing has happened because I've literally pressed record as soon as I finished recording that episode, and we are just going to go straight into this game against Genoa. I don't know whether I talked about it, but we have switched to this formation, a 4-3-3 with a holding midfielder instead of an attacking midfielder. A couple of reasons for this. Reason number one, we've sold both of our attacking midfielders. Goran Pandev went on a free at the end of last season. Actually, we didn't renew his contract because of financial insecurities, and we've sold Vasquez for the same reason, basically. We could have had a couple of players who could have played there. For example, I think Dennis Mann can play there. Brunetta probably could as well. Caramo as well. But we went with this because I think this season we are going to need that player giving a bit more defensive security. We've got Sciattarella and Sobotka who can both play there. Sciattarella and Sobotka, by the way, are our captain and vice-captain respectively, because of the retirement of Juan Luigi Buffon, who I still need to make another offer for. As a coach in our under-18 setup, as a goalkeeping coach. We tried to do that, but we actually had too many coaches, so couldn't do that at all. Financially, nothing has changed. We are still £10,000 away from being on balance with our wage budget per week. Obviously, I want to go above that because I want to bring some loan players in. And I know I keep mentioning Sebastiano Esposito, but I do think having him in as another option for Inglese, who isn't the quickest in the world. I think Esposito's got a little bit more pace, he's got a little bit more finishing ability. I think he would be perfect in this system. But we need to actually get him into the club first. And Inter Milan are working with us, but they certainly want more money than we can currently afford. And I just think if we can offer more wages per week on him, it will entice them to allow him to come to the club. But enough about that. This is the 11 that is going to take us to our first ever Serie A game in the series. It is Dragowski in goal, Sambia, Valencia, Osorio and Valeri in defence, Sobotka, Sciattarella and Demarcu in midfield, with Mann and Mihaila supporting Inglese up front. A couple of new players in the team, players who we haven't signed but have come back from loan. So Demarcu and Mihaila are the two who stick out the most. I mean, our back four is pretty much our back four from last season, and even on the bench we've still got Rispoli, Bello and Grimal. The only reason we've got these guys playing is because not as many of them have a heavy match load from the heavy pre-season we've put them through. Demarcu and Mann, along with Valeri, all are on a heavy match load. We're just going to have to deal with it for now and to give them a rest between this game and the next game. But with all of that said, let's do a football, shall we? Let's get in to the first game of the season against Genoa. Let's go. Okay, I'm going to admit right now that I am a little bit nervous. The pre-season that we've had, where we beat Brescia by a large margin, and Brescia, by the way, are one of the teams who got promoted with us. We beat them, we beat Roma, we looked really good, we were unbeaten through pre-season. It's given me a little bit of a... oh my word, we nearly scored. It's given me a little bit of a... I don't know, an optimistic view on how our season's going to go, and it might be based on absolutely nothing, to be honest with you. We could get absolutely smashed by the Serie A teams, and if it does happen, I wouldn't be overly surprised. I mean, we are starting very well, though. We're not shrinking violets here. We're going to go for it. We're not just going to hold back and defend. We are going to attempt to get this done our way. We're going to try and win every game, and, you know, if we can, great. If we can't, which is probably the likely thing, so be it. But I am a little bit concerned that I've lulled myself into this false sense of security where we're going to be really, really good and actually we're going to get trounced. As it stands, however, Genoa not getting a word in edgeways against us. We are absolutely battering them, but we're just missing that cutting edge. And we saw last season there were moments of us missing that cutting edge, and it really did cost us in some games. Now, fortunately, we were good enough that it didn't matter, and we actually managed to get promoted unbeaten with, I think we had 10 draws in the end, so it wasn't the end of the world. I'm going to say that... Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Well, I was delighted, but we're just going to... Can we do a bit of damage recovery? Not really. Okay. I mean, I was genuinely very happy with that first half, but actually, I shouldn't have been. I should have gone into them. Well, Well, these players obviously have a higher expectation than I do. I'll take that. Let's do it then. Let's encourage the boys. Come on, boys, then. Show me what you've got. And Junior Samba's injured. The one position that we haven't been able to get a backup for yet that I really want to, and it's... Oh, that's annoying. It's a groin injury as well. That could be long-term. Right, Raspoli's coming on, who we are still trying to move on. Maybe putting him on the pitch. We'll get some eyes on him. Maybe, just maybe, that will work. But that is a frustration because Sambia, towards the end of the season, remember, he scored the goal that sealed the Serie B title for us. I would very much like him not to be injured permanently. Well, not permanently, you know what I mean. Long term. I don't want him to be out for a good while. I'm a bit concerned that we've not been able to find the back of the net here. However, you know what? Let's let it run because we have got a free kick here. And let's see what happens with this highlight. And we will make some substitutions after the highlight. Sciattarella steps up to take. Is it going to be our Waldy? Oh, it nearly was. And a player has gone down in the box. And nothing has happened. The player, I don't know who it was judged to have run into the defender. Not the defender fouling it. Dragowski clears the ball out of the area. Not very convincingly, it has to be said. And the game stutters. And all of a sudden, we go 1-0 behind. And we need to step things up just a little bit. Wow. Wow. We only have 2 substitutions remaining as well. And Raspoli's picked up a knock as well. It's another groin injury. We might have a real right-back problem here, guys. We might have a massive right-back problem. Right. Do you know what? We're going to go attacking. We're going to go attacking. I don't know who's going to come off in the midfield, to be honest with you. In fact, no, I do. It's going to be Sobotka. Sobotka's going to come off. We're going to bring on... I think Totino has to come onto the pitch. And then, see, neither Man or Mihaila can move, actually. So Totino's going to come on. We're going to change into a supporting attacking midfielder, and hopefully he can do his thing there. And then we have one more change, and we've got a tired engine room at the moment, but Man is also tired on that wing. So maybe we bring on Karamo and see if Karamo can do some impressive things on that side. We're going to make him a winger the same way that Totino normally plays as that. And we're going to go with that, I think. But, oh my words. We've done so well in this game. And then, to be honest with you, I probably ballsed it up on the team talk at half-time. I think that's probably fair to say. But we have conceded a goal. It is an unfortunate goal as well. It's whipped in. It's cleared out. Hanani, who's one of our former players who was sold without us being able to do anything about it. It's a wonderful goal. Can't really blame Dragowski for that. It is a wonderful goal from Cristico. From Crisquito. I'll get it there in the ends. Right, well, we're going to higher the tempo. We're going to raise the tempo. And we're going to put the ball out to the fullbacks as well. And we're just going to push up a little bit more. I'm so torn because on one hand, I'm really gutted and disappointed that we didn't close him down. But on the other hand, this is a team who probably should be beating us. And at the same time, we've actually put in a really good performance here. And look at the passing now. Wonderful work. And Valeri going to get it back to Mihaila. Sciattarella, I can't even say his name. Sciattarella, the captain, might have just equalised in the 82nd minute, or the 81st minute, I think it would have counted as. Is the referee going to count it, or is the little man in his ear going to be a party pooper? He is going to be a party pooper. Are you serious? It probably was. It probably was a goal that should have been disallowed, but oh my word, the work we did here. Oh, it was Valeri. Valeri was the man. Valeri was the man. I am absolutely gutted. Absolutely gutted. Right, we've got 6 minutes. Dragowski's on a 6.3, and I don't know why, because the goal he conceded, I don't think was an absolutely, I don't think it was a horrible one to concede. I thought he did really well. I don't really understand why he's on such a poor rating. I think that's really unfair. We're going to up top. We're going to put the fullbacks on attack as well. We want to try and win this game as best as we can. If we can, great. If we can't, at least we've gone for it. We've got a few minutes left. I think we're going to be out of luck here. Sciattarella should have... Well, I say should have. He had a chance to equalise. It didn't work. Right, Mihaila looking to get the ball into a dangerous area. Chips it, looking for Totino. Doesn't find him, but Sciattarella picks it up, looking to recycle it. Rispoli now. The injured right back, the second injured right back of the game, whips it in, but Sirigu just claims it. And I think that's going to be game unless we can get the ball back here and come back up the other end. We might be able to, you know. Sciattarella on the ball. Inglese now into Karamo. Karamo, can he get an equaliser? Yes, he can. Yes, he can. Whoo! Genoa won, Parma won on the opening day of the season. It is a 95th minute goal, a 96th minute goal? I think it's going to count as a 95th minute goal. It does indeed. And Caramo, the man who was on loan last season, the man who is on the most money of anyone at the club, is the guy who does it. And on balance, it is the least we deserve. We should have got more out of the game. But in the end, it doesn't matter. We got a point out of it. Honestly, it could have been worse. We'll say that we were unlucky. I'm going to try and motivate Dragowski. Dragowski, I think, because he palms the ball out, I think that's why it's giving him a lower rating. We're going to say that to you. And Rispoli as well. We're going to say that to you as well. It's motivated him, actually. Right, we desperately need a right-back, and we don't currently have the funds to bring one in. Right. Okay. Okay, that's not the end of the world. And Rispoli is out for 6 to 8 days. Well, we need a defender in 7 days. So I think I'm going to have a look at the squad and see if there's another right-back. And if there is, we'll put them in, and we'll just let Rispoli be the backup when he's fit again, and let Sambia come back. But if we don't have another right back who's got like 2-star quality, we might have to do the injections, which I don't really want to do. But yeah, we are going to come back for the next game, and that next game is probably going to be one of the games in August. I'm not going to do the Sassuolo game. Let's come back for the Italian Cup first round game. We could come back for Napoli. Should we come back for Napoli? I'm a little tempted to come back for Napoli, to be honest with you. Leave it with me. We'll come back for a game. I haven't decided yet. I kind of want to do a deadline day special, but I don't think we'll have enough time in this episode. So leave it with me. We'll come back in a moment. Let my heart rate calm down a little bit first. Okay, we are back for the Italian Cup game against Lecce. Or Lecce. I don't know how to say it. I don't know how to say words. And you might notice the league table. Simple answer, I don't really know. We're somehow second after 4 games. I refuse to believe that is how this season is going to go. But yeah, it's been a pretty insane beginning to the season, as you can see. 4 games, 3 won, 1 draw, 1 loss. They've all been very, very close, apart from the Venezia game. The Venezia game, we blew them away. 3 goals to 0. It was delightful. But the games against Sassuolo was a shock 2-1, and then we beat Verona 3-2 as well. I don't know how. I'm not questioning it. I will take it. But I had a thought. I didn't show you the season preview. We're not actually predicted to get relegated. We're predicted to finish as high as 14th. I would be delighted with a 14th place finish. We might actually do better than that. There's also a bit of a spoiler there. We finally got the transfer of Sebastiano S2E2 done, which means we fixed the wage budget a little bit. The committed spending is still quite high. That, I think, is because we've got a couple of offers in for a couple of other midfielders, and if both of them go through, we'll blow past our wage budget. But I'm not too worried about that at the moment. I'm not too worried about the overall balance. I am looking at that, and I am delighted. Genuinely, I'm so happy we managed to finally fix the wage budget. The how of how we did it, if I quickly show you, is we moved on another young player. We moved on a lot of young players this season, which I would have much rather not done. But the big one, we've got Maxime Bussi out of the club. We did actually use him in a couple of games with our right-back issue. And he didn't do very well for us. So I just thought, let's just put him up for free and let's just see what happens. We're paying £4,500 of his wages until he negotiates his next contract. But you know what? Doesn't matter. It was enough to get us over the wage budget that we wanted to, and then we loaned out a couple of other players. We loaned out a couple of other players here, or moved on these guys as well. And all of it means we still don't have a transfer budget, but we are finally, we have £684 of a transfer budget, but we're finally in a position where we can actually bring a couple of players in on loan. And the first one is Sebastiano Esposito, and I'm very, very happy with it. He looks like he could be fantastic for us. He's not quite as quick as I thought he was, actually, but he'll do a job for us, absolutely. And we've actually got a negotiated fee for him if we want to take it up. I imagine we won't be taking it up because I don't think we're going to be in a position to spend £20 million on a player at the end of the season. I might be wrong, but I don't think I will be. But this is going to be the team that is going to take us into the Italian Cup. Is it the first round? Whatever round it is, we're going to be taking it into this game against Lecce, who were a team we played against in Serie B last season. They're still there. and hopefully we can beat them. It's Dragowski in goal, Rispoli, Balla, Osorio and Zagaritis in defence, with Sciattarella, Dimarco and Cyprien making up the midfield three, with Marn, Caramo and Inglese playing as the front three. We've had some very good performances from some players so far this season. Caramo has been decent, if not spectacular, other than that first game. Mihaila has been very good. Totino has stepped up fantastically to this league. Sciattarella has been insane. 4 assists in 4 games is pretty impressive. And Rispoli hasn't been great, but he hasn't been terrible either. And Dragowski has started to settle a little bit. We're expecting him to concede goals. He's in a division that, you know, we're going to concede goals against teams in. And he's in a team that's going to happen with as well. So, enough of that nonsense. I'll just double check he's in the right thing. Yes, he is. Let's get into the game. It's Parma versus Lecce in the Italian Cup first round, I think. I should have paid attention to that, really, shouldn't I? Let's go. I mentioned it before the end of last season. I mentioned the idea that if we went up as champions, we went up unbeaten, we went up without losing our last few games, we'd have an added version of the promotion bounce. If you get promoted, you end up going with like good form into the next season. That's not ideal. Sorry, something fell off the side then. And I just wanted us to go up with the biggest bounce we could possibly get. I don't know whether it does make a difference. I feel like it does, because we come into this season like an absolute house on fire. And you see, we are absolutely dominating Lecce at the moment. Chance after chance. We're just not converting them at the moment. But I think given enough time, given enough the chance, I can't speak, I'm so excited. Given enough chances, we will do that. And you see, Man steals the ball there. Cyprien tries to get it through. Can't quite get it into the path of, I think it would have been Caramo. Can't quite get there. But below, who, I have to admit, with Dan, what's his name, who we sold. Oh, we need to go 1-0 up. With Dan, what's his name, that we sold because we couldn't say his name. And below, I thought it was going to be Dan who was going to be the one who would step up into the first team more than Below, but Below has done it superbly, and I'm really glad that we did. He's actually our only homegrown at club player, which is disgraceful. But we'll hopefully solve that with some of the youth players that came through. I don't know if I actually showed you guys the youth intake towards the end of the season. And I'm not going to be able to now, but we've got some good young players. In Caramo with another chance, puts it just over. We have absolutely battered them in this first half, and we need to find a way to convert that. We're going to go expressive and work the ball into the box just to try and focus the ball a little bit more. Inglese hasn't been scoring like a house on fire, but he has been leading the line well. He's just been facilitating a lot of other players, which is great, but we need to be converting those chances a lot more. We're just going to tell Captain Sciattarella and Andrea Rispoli to calm down a little bit here. Right, we're going to encourage the boys and see whether we can, hopefully with those changes, get a goal. I'd like to think we can. Rispoli with the free kick off the first highlight of the second half, and we're going to pass the ball around nicely. I really have enjoyed how we've played so far. We've looked confident with the ball at our feet, and the goals, yes, we've conceded quite a few of them. It's not the end of the world, though, because actually they're goals that you'd expect a team to concede, if that makes sense, especially a promoted team, so I'm not overly worried at the moment. And our ability to score goals up until this game has been very good. Man is just bullying players at the moment. I'm really here for it. Sciattarella, Juric now, all the way back to Below. Below gets it into Juric, big ball over, looking for Caramo, into Esposito, and Esposito has it in the back of the net. Will it count, though? Oh, I hope it does. That would be amazing. If he scores on his debut, I'd be so happy. He had his hand up in the air like that, so I don't know whether that's him saying, yes, it's counted. It has counted. And Sebastiano Esposito, the man we've been chasing all summer, with the assist from Jan Caramo, makes it 1-0 in this cup tie. And it's a lovely little finish as well. The douse around the goal kind of ruined it a little bit, but it is 1-0. We do lead. And how tight was this offside? It is tight. It is tight. It's clearly not offside, but you can understand why it was checked. And we lead by a goal to 0. Now we just need to not screw it up. And we managed to defend that reasonably well. Below now. Working out from the back. Gets to Rispoli. Rispoli looking for options. He has got Marn ahead of him. Into Sciattarella. Sciattarella back to Marn. Marn. Esposito. Still not quite got the movement worked out. He could have gone then, but he didn't. But Marn now with the ball. Gets it in. Dimarco was there. Hang on a second. There's 2 Dimarcos playing. Are they brothers? I kind of need to know that. We're going to investigate that when we get the next break in play. Oh, there was a bit of a naughty tackle there. And Osorio has been sent off. I thought it looked a bit naughty. It was a bit naughty. And we're down to 10 men. Well, that's just not ideal in any way, shape or form, is it? Right. Well, I think DeMarco... In fact, let's have a quick nose. While we're here, let's have a look. Does it say... Well, he's got no favoured personnel, which suggests to me that maybe he doesn't have a brother and it might just be a common name that I just don't know about. Right, I think it's going to be DeMarco who's going to be coming off, and we're going to move Juric into the centre of the midfield. He's going to act as that midfielder. We need to pause the game while we're doing this, by the way. It's fine. It's okay. Let's not worry about it. We're still 1-0 ahead. We're still the better team. Let's just carry on. Let's not worry about it. I think that's our final substitution as well, because we did make 2 at half time. So that is one concern. If everything goes pear-shaped, we can't do much to change things. But it's all good. It's all good. I'm going to... I don't want to praise the boys too early. I kind of want to drop a praise in, but let's not do it too early. Now, let's not ruin things, shall we? Let's get the ball off of them. Fuming. Absolutely fuming. Where's that come from? What a finish that is. Right, well, now we need to step things up because we risk getting knocked out here. And it's Osorio who, correct me if I'm wrong, dear viewers, but last season I don't... Oh, no. No, it's all falling apart. Oh, my word. Oh, that's awful. Lecce have put us to the sword here, and we're going to be out. We're going to be out, and I'm absolutely furious. I'm berating the team. Yes, we've had a man sent off, but we've got 2 defenders. We've got 2 midfielders who should be looking after things. What's happened here, then? Well, there's not a lot we can do, really. We're going to go attacking, because we have to go attacking now. Oh, I'm livid with them. I'm absolutely livid. Can we do something, lads? Maybe? No? No? Okay. Well, we're not out of the Italian Cup. Wow, what a weird episode. I'm fuming. I want to throw something at your head. Let me... To be honest, on balance, let's stop and think about this for a second. On balance, what would I have preferred? Win 3 of our first 4 games and avoid defeat in the league and lose in the Italian Cup, or winning the Italian Cup and have a really bad start. I think I take what's happened, but I'm so annoyed because what did the club want us to do? It's going to be second round, isn't it, that they wanted? Second round, it's desired as well. So that's not ideal, really. That's not ideal in the slightest. Well, it is what it is. It is what it is. 21 shots, 8 on target. We had a better goal difference, a better XG than them. And then we just switched off defensively. Below ended up having a really bad game. I think we got FM'd a little bit there, but it's our own fault for getting a man sent off. So it is what it is. Anyway. Oh! Right. When are we going to be back? We're going to be back in the month of... Oh my God, I've just seen this. Look at that for a September. Roma, Lazio, Milan. I mean, and we've got Napoli just before that. Oh my God, it's even worse than that. Look at that for a 5-match stretch. Like, let's just appreciate this for a 5-match stretch. Napoli, Roma, Lazio, Milan, and Inter. Yeah, I don't think this good start is going to last much longer. Holy heck. Okay, well, we're going to come back for one of these games. Let's save Milan for later on in the season. We'll come back for Inter. We'll play through these 5 games off camera. We'll come back for Inter. And then one of the other games, maybe the one against Juventus, who have gone back to being Zebra. So maybe I need to have a look at my real name fix, because that obviously hasn't worked. But let's do that. We'll come back for those 2. So, next episode, episode 3 of season 2. Inter and Juventus, after having a horrible 5-run game at the end of August through to the beginning of October. What could possibly go wrong? Thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, as always, please do leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel for more future Football Manager goodness. I've been Stubo. You guys have been awesome. Thanks very much. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.